Wow, wow, wow.
We're so excited to see you, kids.
Hi, everybody.
Hey!
Oh,
Welcome to Fat Man Beyond. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Marc Bernardin.
Hey!
Hi.
Kids, from now on, I'm calling it. This show, we ain't talking about comics or pop culture no more. It's all about looks maxing. From here on in, kids. That's where the money is. That's where the clicks are. Fucking, it's all about looks maxing. Me and in this episode, me and Mark are gonna break some of our fucking bones. Try to look more manly.
I gotta get some more money makers out of these cheekbones. They've been fucking slacking for too long.
What the fuck? You look like a fucking stupid cuck. Break your face, and then you'll be a man.
Can I get this done in time for Comic-Con, you guys? I got work to do.
Dude, I do not understand the culture anymore. I used to have my finger on it. Now, can't figure it out.
No, got my finger in it, though.
Yeah, right up its ass. Welcome back, kids. We are going to talk about pop culture. We are going to talk about comics. Fuck all that nonsense. Heavens, man. We kids are on the verge of, well, not much. I was like, fucking, it ain't Comic-Con for a red hot minute. I was doing a lot of Comic-Con talk today. Me and Mark did a appearance on a podcast where we wound up talking about Comic-Con. Then after I got done, I had to answer questions about the forthcoming Comic-Con, where suddenly Comic-Con was just in the air, but it's so far away. Don't worry about it, kids.
No, it's like two and a half months, 78 days.
I am on the verge of tomorrow night. I got one of them Netflix is a joke shows here in town.
Ooh.
It is at hey Banff man, can you? Yeah, thank you. Where is it? Can you read that? It says the Hotel Cafe main stage, 9:45. Small intimate room, kids. I know, like Cat Williams, I think, did the Hollywood Bowl or whatever the fuck, and Seth Rogen is doing the Greek. Yours truly is doing 100-seater at the Hotel Cafe main stage, 9:45 tomorrow night. I've been hearing that like the tickets are not selling out everywhere, which makes me a little nervous.
Everybody was buying their tickets for Star Wars Celebration, so they'll get to.
Is that right? Wait, did they just go on sale?
I think they went on sale this morning. I'm sure a Banff man would have a better read on that.
They went on sale yesterday at noon.
I saw somebody online complaining that they let you buy 20 at a clip if you wanted to.
Yep. And 4-day passes sold out in 38 minutes.
Where's the show happening?
LA Convention Center for the 50th anniversary of Star Wars.
Do you know anybody there at that show?
Gets in.
Can we come? Can we go?
As Andor said,
wasn't the last one in fucking Japan or something?
It was.
Well, this couldn't be more convenient. I live in Los Angeles, man, as does Mark. So can we get hooked up with some of them free tickets? I think I will actually be going. I cannot say why.
I've heard tell,
but I believe they will be holding space for me. What month does this all happen?
It's April 1, 2, 3, 4 of 2027.
I haven't been the guest at a celebration, and I'm still not the guest at this celebration, but I was a guest once. Like where
in Orlando, you told a good story.
Yeah. That was good times, man.
I figure, maybe if you might need a person to interview you on stage about whatever mysterious reason you could need to be at Star Wars Celebration, like a guy.
You would be the guy for sure. Look, I'm gonna look into that. So wait, Bam, back to you, Bam, man. You bought 20 tickets. You're one of those.
No.
Shouldn't you be busy working on Scum and Villainy Rendezvous? Like throw up a graphic.
Yeah. I mean, it's that's not the one I meant to hit. There we go. Yeah, I've been going to these things since 2002 for 25 years, and I couldn't get tickets. I had to have a friend get me tickets because he got in early. The frustrating part, and maybe I sound like a gatekeeping jerk by saying this, but I have a lot of friends who were sitting in the office waiting in line for hours to get tickets, and their boss, who had they're like, oh, that sounds okay. I know about a Star War. The Enterprise is cool. And then they jumped on into the queue, and they were like, they got into the queue after like 10 minutes. And there's a lot of people like me, it took 3.5 hours, and they didn't get their tickets. So I don't know if there's a way, like, you give them a quiz to be like, hey, do you actually care about this stuff? Or are you just showing up like to Looksmax or whatever as a Twi'lek? But
or you're just going to flip these tickets for twice as much as we get closer to the
and event. That's, I think, the thing. So yeah, it was a very frustrating experience, I think, for the entirety of fandom yesterday morning and afternoon.
They're doing it at the convention center where they do like the LA Comic-Con and stuff?
Yep. Yeah, same spot. They did it last in 2007 there.
But in 2007?
Yeah, the 4th Star Wars celebration.
20 fucking years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get in on some of that action. It's the 50th anniversary. I'm trendy. I go wherever the pulse leads and shit. I'm gonna pretend I know things about Star Wars and shit. I've seen a Star War. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, Solo's the best. Like, totally convincing as I blend with the crowd. I do want to be there for the 50th anniversary. I'm telling you kids right now, I have something on my cell phone. An image, if you will.
Is it pornography?
No, but it would shatter the internet. It would, oh my God, it would get worldwide attention, but I would lose a job.
It's not pornography, and yet people would still come if they looked at it.
Big time. And when they see it, they are gonna nut. I don't know when they're announcing that and stuff, but when they do, I hope to. I gotta imagine they might be like, look, can you come to Celebration and talk? I'm like, can I?
I'm already there. I've been there for the last 6 months.
Yeah. I'm like Nicholson in The Shining. I never left.
Dresses Silent Bob and just lean up against the front door for the next 6 months. Try to start the line like the old school.
Can you do that? My original draft of Clerks 3 was about Randall waiting in line for the opening of a Ranger Danger movie. But you can't really, well, you could, but you wouldn't really do that anymore because now you can buy fucking seats with your, tickets with your seat on it.
Yeah.
So lining up don't really seem to be a thing anymore. But that's only if you got a theater that sells tickets like that. Smog Castle Cinemas don't do that shit. So we could still live in a line world there.
I love a retro vibe.
You know what I'm saying? It's got like, and I'm not saying like, let's just line up for a year. But, maybe there's something coming that's like, hey, kids, you want to line up outside like we did in the summertime? Like back in the old days? That'd be fucking lovely. You know what's going to be coming up soon at Smog Castle, man? We're going to do it again. Clerks Open All Night, which is essentially a cinematic slumber party. You sleep at Smog Castle all night long. We show Clerks 2 and Clerks 3 between midnight and 6 in the morning. And then we have some breakfast catered from Quick Stop. Yum, yum. So I'm going to add that to the summer menu, I think. And summer is coming fast. I mean, it is crazy how fast this year is moving. Like it's
May, dude. It was fucking February last time I looked.
Yeah. What is it? May. So May is, my mom's been like December, January, February, March, April, May. 5 months since my mom passed away, man. Life has moved very fast for me. Sadly, not for mom so much anymore. But man, summer is right around the corner. You know what I'm doing May 23rd?
Tell me, man.
Well, let me sell you on an idea, Mark. I am going to be at Smodcastle Cinemas doing 2 different shows. One is Revenge of the Smith, where we sit around and I show clips from Star Wars and then the corresponding clips from my own movies and how they influenced me. Revenge of the Smith, we did it once before a couple of years ago. A lot of fun. And then after that, in the evening, we're doing a Watch with Kev, Mandalorian and Grogu, with a very special guest.
Who is the special guest, Kev?
Cinematographer of Mandalorian and Grogu, a man by the name of Baby Dave Klein, kids. The guy who shot Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Clerks 2, Zach and Miri, Red State, and now works pretty much exclusively for the kids at Lucasfilm. What is the DP on Mandalorian and Grogu? What a glow up. Could you imagine like starting your career shooting a movie, looks like it was shot through glass of milk because the director wouldn't give you a fucking dime to spend on lights. And then one day you grow up to be the guy that's shooting Baby Yoda in the face, which sounds a lot more aggressive than I meant, but you know what I'm saying. He's there with the camera. And Banff Man got a little taste of Mandalorian and Grogu. You can watch
some shit.
You can watch it with me and Dave on the 23rd at Smodcastle Cinemas, kids. Go to smodcastlecinemas.com. You can buy tickets right now. And Dave's going to do a Q&A afterwards, man. We'll sit there and talk. Like, what is it like? What does Baby Yoda feel like? How often was Pedro even there? Like, stuff like that. Banff Man, you got a little taste. You went to the same screening Kevin Conroy went to the other day?
I went to the same one, Kevin Conroy, Smodcastle fan Kevin Conroy, like, not what? The other one.
Our friend Kevin Conroy, not the late great Kevin Conroy. Although this Kevin Conroy is never late, and I would argue is also great. Anyway,
yeah, I saw the same one he did over at Universal IMAX. I will say that I highly recommend seeing it in IMAX because that was an experience. Every time they jumped to light speed, it felt like the movie theater was turning around your seat. Like it was that was incredible. You didn't
see the whole movie?
No, they showed like the first like 25 minutes of it. But there's some really neat stuff. It felt like Jon Favreau filmed him playing with his toys 50 years ago or 43 years ago and then put it on screen. Like I'll ruin one part. There's a point where the AT-AT walker, the side of it opens up. Just like the toy. Right? Just like little stuff like that. That's just
cool.
Like kind of fun. You know, it's built into the action, but you're like, I had that toy and it opened that way.
That's cool. That is definitely cool. All right, so it opens May 22nd or something?
May 22nd.
Yeah. Or is it the Wednesday before? Because it's a holiday weekend. I remember they used to do that all the time.
It's the 22nd, although we may have something cooking.
Yeah, if you're sitting around going, man, fucking Smodcastle Cinemas, that's all the way in New Jersey, man, fuck New Jersey. Let me tell you something. You can maybe come see the movie with me and Mark and JC. Very soon we'll give you details online and stuff. Free, I'm hearing.
Free? You can't beat free. Not with a stick.
And it's going to be a good one, kids. So if you're out here on the West Coast, if you go to the Scum and Villainy Cantina on the regular and whatnot, if you've seen us there live, we may be keep an ear out. We'll put it up in the social medias and stuff.
You'll know.
And that's like somewhere, I want to say like around the 18th or something. Keep the 18th to the 20th clear, kids. All right, so I can't wait. I'm so proud of my boy, number one, but like with all due respect, fuck my boy. It just looks like a giant toy commercial, and I am here for it, man. Like, you know, nothing wrong with that. Let's have fun. Summer movie.
It's going to be fun. A lot of
I'm
huts.
supposed to be entertained. How many huts?
Lots of huts. They take you to Nell Hutta. I saw Nell Hutta, which is, if you're into the comics, the Star Wars comics from way back, that featured prominently. It was cool to see that.
Wow. They're going deep, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to receive. Can't wait. Won't wait. In fact, fuck you guys. I'm going.
Can't stop, won't stop.
All right. Before we dive into the show, kids, probably somebody we need to thank. A sponsor, if you will. Yeah, the good folks that make all of this possible. I just need to, I'm sure somebody sent it to me. Here it is. Oh, yeah. Are we talking about the good folks at Ridge?
We're talking about the good folks at Ridge.
Let me tell you, kids, the good folks at Ridge have made some indispensable nonsense. Let me just get right to the call to action. Start there. For a limited time, our listeners are going to get 10% off at Ridge by using the code FATMAN, FATMAN, all one word, at checkout. Just head to ridge.com and use code FATMAN, and you're all set, man. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them our show sent you, man. Ridge, kids, is the best to just show you, right?
Yeah, let them see it.
I gotta
show them your Ridge. Ridge for your pleasure.
That's nice. Busy him. I gotta go grab it.
All right. I remember when I was a younger man and I got like my first big boy wallet and I would shove every fucking thing that I had into it, every like business card, every credit card, every fucking the sad condoms that never got used, everything in that wallet till it was like the size of a ham and cheese sandwich. It hurt. Like my ass never recovered from that shit. I still walk to the left. I list to the left all the time. And like, but now fucking Ridge, look at that shit. Just fucking look at that shit.
Let's unbox it, shall we? Let's show them what we're looking at, kids.
Show them what the
Ridge is the future of money holding technology. Wallets are getting smaller because so is the economy. So you can hold all the money in the world that you own in one of these Ridgies, man. It spreads a little like that. You stick your credit cards, your license in there, some money in there. You're good to go.
You need, man.
Comes with a damn screwdriver. How many wallets can say that, for heaven's sakes? Smodcastle keeper Ernie O'Donnell stole mine. Last time Ridge was advertising with us, man. He took mine. He was just like, ooh, Ridge. And he absconded with not just the wallet, but also
the keychain thingy.
Your keychain. Watch popping it open.
I mean, listen, like that thing can hold like 12 credit cards. How many cards you got? How many cards you need to be carrying with you? Not 12, but that wallet can hold them all. Plus cash. Made with premium materials like aluminum, titanium, and carbon fiber. 50 colors and styles to choose from. They all come with a lifetime warranty. It's literally the last wallet you'll ever have to buy. And it's got RFID blocking technology. So ain't nobody going to pick your pocket digitally, probably also not physically. What more could you want? What more could you want?
This, kids, is the Ridge keychain, man. Look at that. You put your keys on there. It looks like this. I live in a keyless house, so unfortunately, I have no key to display for you and stuff. But man, Ridge makes a quality product. Listen to this.
Teeth tappingly good.
Metal, man. It's made of how many products do we ever sell on this show that are made of metal, pure metal, holding keys and holding your money? And
them Ridge folks, they're not just about wallets, not just about keychains, power banks, suitcases, rings, all built with the same sleek, durable design. And no matter what you pick, free shipping, 99-day risk-free trial, a lifetime warranty on all of their projects.
Stuff's really nice, man. Like super nice. I'm gonna seal this up, re-gift it to Mark on his birthday.
Aw, you gave me a Ridge wallet.
You don't remember. You didn't see anything. Makes an excellent gift. You know how you're always like, what do I get this person who I know, but I don't really know? this. Everyone's got keys. Everyone's got credit cards. Nobody's got money, but you need to hold them in things. Ridge got you covered, man.
Hell yeah. So for a limited time, our listeners get 10% off at Ridge by using the code FATMAN at checkout. Just head to ridge.com and use the code FATMAN and you're all set. After your purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
We thank the good folks at Ridge, man, for jumping on board here. Again, look at this quality product. Look at this. Look at it. Look how thin it is. Sleek, goes in your back pocket, but it's made of metal. And I'd argue, like, let's say suddenly somebody comes at you. You pull this out, you either put it up here or you get it down here. Maybe this is it. Geesh is a weapon.
True.
If you have to. It's because it's metal. Like, you know, I got me like a fake leather wallet. Who's that going to hurt? Nobody. Except the leather industry. And that's who I'm trying to fucking hurt. Big leather. But you got this. Look, here's my wedding ring. Ready? Listen to that. That's some fucker's skull who's trying to steal your money from your Ridge wallet. And you're like, oh no.
See, what I like is that if you keep it like in your jacket pocket, like right over your heart there, and you get into like an old West shootout, fucking just
pating, and they're like, he's dead. And you're like, no, I'm ridged. For her pleasure, as Mark said. Plus, they give you this cool ass little screwdriver, so you keep that on you.
I'm sure there's some legalese that we should say that conveys the point that Ridge wallets are not bulletproof. You should not use them for protection in a quick draw scenario.
But it can't hurt.
I mean, it's better than a paperback book, and that's worked.
Look, I got soft hands, kids. I've never done a hard day's work in my life. So that Ridge might be the only difference between me and keeping my breath in this world, man. Keeping, what is it? Body and soul together. Ridge, keeping body and soul together. That's their new catchphrase.
Yes.
All right, man. We're done talking about Ridge for the moment, but not done feeling it.
No, just keep touching it, man.
The vibe.
Vibes are strong.
I've got other things to sell. JC, put up those things that I should be in order of how they should happen, I guess. I'm gonna, God, this don't close. Now I can't regift it. Let me tell you this, man. Coming up, May, can't even see that. So tiny.
Hey, whatever.
15 and 16.
Thank you. I'm gonna be in Fort Wayne, Indiana, kids. You want to come see me hanging out in Fort Wayne, trying to be funny? At where am I? What is it? The Summit Comedy Club in Fort Wayne, man. 2 shows for 2 nights. May 15th, there's a 7 o'clock and a 9:45, and May 16th, a 6 p.m. and an 8:45. Tickets at csmod.com. Next. Then is that the other Indiana one?
Helium Comedy Club, Indianapolis, 29th and 30th.
You heard the man, kids. 2 weeks later, I'm going to Indianapolis. Fort Wayne, week off. Indianapolis, man. Just like this month, I was in Texas twice. Next month, or this month, May, the end of this month, middle to the end of this month. If you're in Indiana, you're going to get more fucking Kevin Smith than you ever counted on. Look out, Mike Pence. Here I come. They named the dog Indiana. Then in June, got some shows in Tampa. We're doing a screening of the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and also doing a screening of Dogma, 2 separate nights. I can't quite see the name of the theater, but there it is.
Sunray Cinema.
Sunray Cinemas, man. June 26th and 27th. Tickets at csmod.com. For comic book retailers out there, the FOC, which is the
final order cutoff.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
The final order cutoff for Jay and Silent Bob, Jays of Future Past. Throw up all them covers, JC. Look at that book. And it said, look, one of my proudest accomplishments, because it also, there's a Marvel logo and a Secret Stash Press logo. My little secret stash press, not very long at all. 3 years it took, and bam, at first 2 years, I got to cross over with Archie. 3 years, Marvel. 4 years, the Bible.
The Bible.
The greatest story ever told with Jay and Silent Bob in it. The FOC is May 10th or something like that. What is it? It's let me open my calendar. May 11th, Monday. So order big, man. Bizarro #1 sold out. That's a book I dropped not too long ago, last month. Eric Carrasco and me worked on that book. And so now they're releasing a second print of issue 1 with a new color cover by the Nick Pitera cover, and then a brand new cover altogether. From the art. Well, look at that gorgeous piece, man.
That's awesome.
Crazy
That's
beautiful. That's a second print, man. So that's not even issue 2. That's like literally there's like, hey, second print, you're gonna get a new cover. So that's my subtle way of saying, kids, if you own a comic book store, if you're in the comics retail business, order fat on Jay's of Future Past. We got our own special edition covers at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
Ooh.
You got that one? Well, that's the Mike Allred cover, which is beautiful. That's one of the Marvel covers, Marvel variant. I think it's 25 per or something like that. There's the Jim Mahfood cover. Jim, I've known for years. We did the Clerks comic book together. Do you see the one that's Dark Nate? Did I not send you that? I might not have. Might have been my bad.
I don't think I have that one.
Let me forward that to you. Yeah, that's my bad. I thought I sent them all. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, no. Yeah. Hold on. Meanwhile, talk amongst yourself. A lot of these. Somebody fill the time.
Yeah, I got a comic book coming out in July.
What is it?
It's a Rogue One 10th anniversary one shot about Saw Gerrera.
Ooh.
Comes out in July?
Comes out in July.
Maybe you'll
Comes
be
out
at
early July. Yeah, they won't bring me to Celebration. Because the man can't get celebrated.
I just sent them to you, JC. The one is by Captain Ribman. Both covers by 2 of my favorite artists. Secret Stash variants. One is by Captain Ribman, and one is by our good buddy, the Dark Nate Returns. And you'll see those any second, as soon as JC gets them and stuff. But we're going to be having, here's a little inside info. We're going to be having a signing at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash for Jay's of Future Past the day it comes out, June 10th. Information is going to be going up pretty darn soon on the website. But yeah, good old East Coast signing, man. Line up, kids. We're going to be signing comic books. And then I think I'm going to do one out here in California, in Los Angeles. But I think I'll do it at the Weed Shop, because as of tomorrow, Jay and Silent Bob's Banana Hammock, my new strain with my good folks at Jeter, hits stores everywhere, kids. In the states where weed's legal. Look at that, 1.5 grammer. Let me tell you where it's available: California, Arizona, Michigan, Massachusetts, and the great state of New York. All of civilization. You can pick up some Banana Hammock, man. It's a little small joints, 1 grams, 1.5 grams.
Is New Jersey slacking on the
all-in-one vape
delivery business?
New Jersey is slacking. You're gonna have to cross the border, go over to New York. Jeter's not in Jersey yet, so all
Money
my
on the
Jersey peeps, you gotta cross the border. You gotta head in the city. I'm sorry, or Staten Island, that counts. Look at that cover by Captain Ribman, double-sided, back and front. That one right there, that's by Nate. Look at that, gorgeous. Ms. Marvel, Spider-Man, both figure prominently in the story. And a Movie World roller coaster. The Captain Ribman one, just crazy with detail. Every Marvel character ever fucking mentioned. And Jay and Silent Bob somewhere in there. Beautiful covers that you can get only at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, man. Which we're the end of this year is our 30th year in business.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Thank you, Mark.
Are we having a party?
We better, right?
I mean, 30 years.
I'm worth celebrating. I mean, 30 years of any brick and mortar, let alone a fucking comic book store. Like, and I'm not obtuse. We had more help than the average comic book store, in as much as we got movies behind us and stuff like that. But I'm still taking the victory, man. I don't need no asterisks there. It's a win. A win's a win.
Hell yeah.
All right. What we got to talk about?
Well, I've seen some shit. I've shot some shit. Yeah, I went to the Northern Fan Con. You remember this convention?
Yeah.
Prince George, British Columbia.
Yeah.
We went once together. We did a Fat Man up there. Since then, I've gone pretty much every year since. So this would have been my 7th trip to this convention. The organizer, a fellow named Norm Coyne, reaches out to me like 6 weeks ago and says, "Hey, what would you think about like writing and directing a short film at the convention?" And I said, yeah. It's like, "Are you paying for it?" It's like, "Yeah, I'll pay for it. We'll get the post. We'll do all that. We'll handle it. If you have an idea, and if you want to look at who the guests on our guest list are, I'll make the ask." And their big guest was Eric Roberts. And I was like, "Yo, I can shoot a short with fucking Eric Roberts?" They're like, "Yeah, we'll ask him. He doesn't say no to anything. And if you look at his IMDb, there's 1,000 credits on that shit. He does not say no to very much." So I wrote this short little 5-minute piece, about an actor who gets asked a question about, what do you know now that you wish you knew when you started? And he just tells a story about, the piece of advice that he got when he was like a 13 or 14-year-old kid when he worked in a movie theater, which I did some research. And yes, Eric Roberts worked in a movie theater when he was 13 or 14 years old in Atlanta. And I found a movie that was playing at the time that he would have been 13, starring an aged actress on the end of her days, namely Joan Crawford, whose last movie was a very shitty caveman film called Trog. Yeah. And so I just made up a story that he asked the question of Joan fucking Crawford, who told him the great piece of advice that he then passes on to a younger actor who asked him that question.
That's so great.
It is just like a kind of a 5-minute monologue of Eric Roberts dropping some signs. And like, Eric Roberts is 70. He's been doing this for 50 years. When that motherfucker decides to kick it into gear, though, he's Star 80 again. He's Runaway Train again. He's, the fucking Pope of Greenwich Village again. He's that guy. And it was astonishing to watch, to just be like, "Oh, can you just be a little sadder?" "Yeah, I got you." "Can you do a little?" "Yeah, man, no problem. What do you want?" He likes to be directed. "Tell me what you want, boss. I'll do whatever you want."
Wow.
He was great. So we spent like 3 or 4 hours on the Sunday of the convention. It's relatively slow, shooting a short with Eric goddamn Roberts.
Could you imagine back when you saw Star 80? And tell that kid, "Oh, you're going to direct him one day."
Yeah. I mean, you're not only going to meet that dude, but you're going to direct that dude. And he will like the words that you wrote enough to say yes to a thing. Like,
rocks.
It's fucking nuts.
Congrats, dude. That is very, very cool. So is it done? Do you show it, or are you still working on it?
And not yet. We literally shot it on Sunday. So the post team up in Prince George is apparently busy at work. Not that there's much to whittle, because again, we shot for 4 hours. So It's not like they have miles of footage to go through. But yeah, I hope to have it in a month or so, and I can start submitting it to festivals and showing it around places. We can bring it to the Smod Castle Cinemas, and we can show it there. We can show it at ye old Scum and Villainy if you wanted to have a night out in the town. So yeah, man, it was good to be out again. It was good to be like back in behind the camera. Good to be saying action and cut.
In Canada.
In Canada, no less, where everybody's super nice.
Right. What a dream. Shooting in Canada. Like, I used to love doing it when I was on the CW shows. Great crews, great people.
Yeah. Nice. And then I'll be spending a fair amount of time this year up in Canada, working on the God of War television show, which is currently shooting in the Vancouvers.
You going up to the van?
I'm going up to the van. Gonna spend a few months watching the big man swing an axe.
You know what me and Mark are going to be doing in July, kids? Shows at San Diego Comic-Con, man. I don't know if they're up for sale yet. Have they gone up yet?
I think so, yeah. Because I did get a notification on the Instagram because jayandtalandbob.com popped it up there.
Try csmod.com, kids. It might be up there, but me and Mark are going to be doing shows at San Diego Comic-Con. We don't have the Tin Roof in this year, so no movies or anything, but we're going back to our good old home at the American Comedy Club and doing shows Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Me and Mark are Thursday night, I believe.
Yeah, the 23rd of July. So I look forward to it, man. We didn't do a show last year.
Yeah.
And so it's been a minute since we've hit the gas lamp, coming in hot. I think I'll probably be going from the airport straight to the American Comedy Club.
Serious?
Yeah, because I'm flying in that Thursday from Vancouver, where I will be. And yeah, man, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
Been good times, man. All right. What do we want to talk about?
Are you caught up on the Daredevils?
I am caught up. No, not current, but maybe 2 episodes back. I know what happens with some cats, but I don't know what happened with the most current episode at all. And are they done for the time being?
They're done. The finale dropped, I think, last week.
Okay, so that's next for me. I was going to watch it tonight, but I watched instead something I believe you had recommended. They Will Kill You.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
And that's super fun.
Oh my God. Like more movies about satanic cults, please. At the moment I saw that part, I was like, ooh, you have my attention, but incredibly fun. Cross somewhere between like Barton Fink and the Evil Dead. Zazie Beetz.
Yeah. Zazie
Bates, one woman show, fantastic. It's an incredibly physical performance. But yeah, she's like a modern day Ash, if you will.
Yeah.
And Patricia Arquette just eating the scenery, chewing the goddamn scenery. Tom Felton, fucking
Heather Graham.
Yeah. It's a really fucking, and who's that actress who plays the sister, who I love? She's been in so many things.
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, but she's great. It's worth watching, kids. Essentially, it's when the movie was done, I said to Jennifer, I was like, well, I've never seen that movie before. I've seen a genre of Get Out Alive kind of thing.
Right.
So I guess this could fall under that, but the exact story, you will never be like, oh, this again. Right. It was a fun ass ride, man. Good times. So I will be watching Daredevil this evening or tomorrow. What about you? You finished? You're up. You're current?
Yeah, man. I finished it today. And I was a little waffly on the middle of the season. Like it started to feel a little bit like a cop show. A little bit too much like, I'm not going to say investigation, but it's like, all right, well, here's a journalist who's doing this story and she's trying to get information. And here's these guys and there's a trouble at the docks and all of these bad cops. And it's like, no, I get it. But by the tail end of the season, it really does kind of deliver. It really does kind of dig in hard. And it kind of kicks up a notch when Jessica Jones, spoiler, when Jessica Jones shows back up into the narrative. And it's like, oh, cool. Hey, I remember her. Oh, she's nice. Kristen Ritter's fun. Let's go for it. And it kind of does deliver. And there's some really good reveals and twists and complications in the finale. I ended up with
any Spider-Man connections?
No, beyond just the general kind of New York of it all, but no, not really. Like the Punisher doesn't show up. They allude to him a little bit, but he's not an active character. We don't get him until next week, I think, with the One Last Kill.
Right, his own one shot,
1 hour special. But yeah, I mean, and there are some other defenders that show up in this one, which is nice to see. But it's a Matt Murdock show, and he's pretty great, and it's a Kingpin show, and he remains wonderful.
So they had a very successful podcast, those two after show podcasts that I guess they got a lot of hits on and stuff.
Good for them. But yeah, I recommend it if you're looking for a thing to watch. I have yet to dig into the final season of The Boys. I think I'm
Me neither, and I want to. But I only found out a few days ago that it was back, and I was like, oh shit. Like Amazon, I didn't get any sense of hey from Amazon, but whatever, it's not their fault. So yeah, I can't wait to watch.
Yeah. I think they're putting the finale in theaters for a hot beat, probably just one weekend, but yeah.
And they're done after this? This is a series finale?
This is the series finale of The Boys. So,
and I understand that they've stopped the other Boys spinoff, Gen V.
Gen V, yeah, when it's 2 seasons. And now they seem to be focused on Vought Rising, which is a period piece, I think, about the rise of Soldier Boy post-World War II, I think. So yeah, I mean, they're not out of the Boys business. They're just out of the Boys business.
Right. They're gonna keep that universe, the Vought universe, going.
Have you heard of, or did you get a chance to catch any of Widow's Bay?
No, I saw the trailer. How is it?
It's really fucking good, man. Is
it a cozy mystery or no?
It presents a little bit like Jaws, in that it's like a resort island where there's a mayor who's a little bit out of his depth, and there's like weird shit happening, and he's not sure he wants to believe that the weird shit is happening. But it's got like this charm and a sense of humor, and it's also scary at the same time. So it's like Jaws meets John Carpenter, like The Fog, meets fucking, I don't know, a little Parks and Rec, a little bit, in that it's just funnier than you expect a thing that seems to be about evil shit in the fog would be.
Right.
Starring Matthew Rhys from The Americans. Stephen Root plays like a cranky old timer.
Stephen Root.
But it's got just all of these fucking faces that are just like indelible and weird, and like character actors that are just perfect for the roles. I've only seen one episode, but I was hooked after that episode. So Apple TV, thank you for Widow's Bay. I look forward to watching more.
They're only putting them up one at a time, or no?
Yeah, but I think there's like 3 up now.
Okay.
I think they dropped 2 or 3, and then it's week after week every Wednesday.
You have never led me wrong. You've never had a suggestion where I've been like, so I'm gonna dip into it.
All right, I recommend. Trying to think what else is. Oh, I saw the Michael Jackson movie
in theaters.
Do
tell.
I don't know what your Michael Jackson exposure was when you were a younger man. It was hard to avoid.
Yeah.
Thriller.
Michael Jackson was famous for as long as I was cognizant. So like the Jackson 5 cartoon, the Jackson 5 on the radio. Mm-hmm. And then him in The Wiz, before Off the Wall, before, Thriller, before. So yeah, I was there for all of Michael. We'd be pre-King of Pop and, all the way to the end. I remember we were making Cop Out when Tracy came to set and he was like, Michael's dead. And we all stopped because it was just, what? Of course, by then he had been through a few things, and
there was some stories.
System. Yeah, there were stories. I understand none of that is in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's the tricky thing about doing a biopic, especially like a music biopic, which is there's 2 impulses, I think. There's if the subject is alive, then it's all right, we're going to do warts and all. We're going to tell the stories. Like Ray Charles was alive when they made Ray. Elton John clearly was alive when they made Rocket Man. And so those 2 are both like, let me talk about heroin. Let me talk about womanizing. Let me talk about, being banned from places. Let me talk about massive drug abuse. Let me talk about all these things because that's part of the story. And then you get the biopics where the principal is passed away, and so the impulse is to sanitize. is to eulogize, is to sort of enshrine in a way. And so like Bohemian Rhapsody is that movie where it's like, yeah, Freddie Mercury might have been a bit of an asshole, but we are going to steer clear of a lot of the things that might have made him a little bit more unsavory. And so it gets to be this kind of hollow image manipulation experiment. And so the Michael movie is somehow both incredibly hollow and yet thoroughly effective, because every time Jafar Jackson, who is Michael's nephew, shows up on screen and dances, it's like, oh, I get it. Oh, when they show the filming of Thriller, you're like, oh, fuck, I remember that. When they shows the Motown 25 when he moonwalks for the first time, like I remember watching that stuff as a kid, so it has a pretty decent effect on me. So it's weird. It was both emotional and hollow at the same time. It's made all of the money. It's the highest grossing biopic ever.
And I mean, maybe his Lionsgate picture, and Lionsgate, was like over the moon and
yeah,
happy to pull it in. But I don't think anyone was expecting that.
I don't think so either. I mean, because I think that, Michael's been dead for almost 20 years. And so nobody really has a gauge anymore of how popular or how much pull he still has. And it seems to be quite a bit. It seems to be quite
and also I would never discount or count out Antoine Fuqua. Yeah. Always delivers, always hits, always connects. So I'm not surprised that there's a movie to watch there. Like, the guy's always been a gifted storyteller.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I'll be watching at home, but I didn't feel the pull to theaters. But I asked Ernie, I was like, how's Michael Jackson movie doing at Smart Castle Cinemas? And he goes, it's doing good, including like one $1,400 party. Like, somebody rented out the theater.
Wow.
And took a picture. There was 50 of them all Michaeled out and stuff. And Ernie was like, they reserved that theater 8 months ago. Like, I honestly, that's when I should have felt like, oh, maybe this Michael Jackson movie is going to do very well, because that was a long ass reservation for somebody who was very excited about the Michael Jackson movie. I chalked that up to an outlier, but apparently
not the only one.
No way.
It
made almost 100 million in that first weekend.
Yeah, it was bananas. It did seem as if Gary, Indiana,
not to be confused with Banana Hammock, Mark. From Jeter, Jay and Silent Bob, brand new weed from the good folks at Jeter.
Yeah, Gary, Indiana was having a week, because Gary, Indiana features quite heavily in the Michael Jackson movie. And the 1 hour kind of flashback movie for the Bear that was written by Eben Moss-Bachrach and John Bernthal just dropped out of nowhere on Hulu, and it's called Gary, and it's about a trip that they take on the road from Chicago to Gary, Indiana.
This is on Hulu right now?
Yeah. Just like hey, you know what? Here's an hour of the Bear.
And who's in it? Barenthal and who?
Barenthal and Eben Moss-Bachrach.
So back when his character was alive, and I love fucking Barenthal in period, but he's absolutely wonderful on the Bear. He's great in everything, but his character on the Bear is just so bittersweet, and especially knowing where that character goes eventually.
Yeah, and it is a beautiful little road movie about these two guys and the love they have for each other, but also getting to peer behind the curtain a little bit on his mental illness, which they don't really play front and center on the show. Like, that's the mystery of it. It's like, why did Mikey kill himself? And nobody really knows, because nobody really knew Mikey that well. They insinuate a lot, they tiptoe around it a lot, they do talk about it, but they don't know. And so to get to see Bernthal play that dude's sort of bipolarness, his mood swings, the depth of his depression, all of it is like beautiful to watch. But it's like an old fucking indie movie, man. It is like a 90s jam of just these two dudes on a good day that turns into a bad day.
You are on fire with the fucking suggestions and reviews today.
It's every now and again the old muscles kick in. Like, let me tell you.
I've been writing all week, so I haven't like dove into anything. But you've given me a full list of things that I want to try out now. Fuck. What else you got, man?
What else is in your hopper, sir?
What else you got, Daddy?
I think that's all I got time for, baby. I gotta go back on the road.
That's an awful lot, man. I don't like the last thing before I dove back into writing pretty hardcore, I was watching True Blood, rewatched all of True Blood. Excellent watch. I had never seen the series finale season, like the last season, season 7. Fucking totally watchable show, man. One of the horniest shows ever made. Just so many nipples and asses. But it does. It had all the fucking teenage horniness of a Skinamax, program from the late 80s, early 90s. But, played like, something to do before the Marvel Universe happened.
Right.
Very similar, in as much as you got a world of heightened characters and everyone acted normal, but some people got superpowers and some people live forever. Worth a watch. But yeah, I didn't do anything much new, man. Watched Tax. Watched The Comeback, which has been really strong. But that's it, man. You got me beat with way more stuff.
I've been rewatching, I don't know if we talked about last time, but I've been watching Justified, which I remember watching when it first aired. And I kind of loved it, but it first aired almost 20 years ago. And so rewatching it, like, Timothy Oliphant remains, and Raylan Givens remains a fantastic TV character, and he's perfect for it. But it's always fun watching the show, and I'm assuming that True Blood was a bit like this. That's 20 years old. And then who was the guest star this week? And it's like, oh shit, is that Chadwick Boseman in an episode of fucking Justified from like 2007?
Wow.
Like, who's got like 3 scenes? Like, he's just like a jobbing fucking working actor. There's Catherine Lanasa, who plays Nurse Dana.
On The Pit.
On The Pit.
Which had a great season finale.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. But like, just seeing her pop up as like a nefarious Kentucky horsewoman. There's Lorenz Tate, and there's my buddy Todd Stashwick, and it's just this kind of rotating roster of excellent actors before they broke big, who are just fucking working. It was a show that was both serialized and a little bit procedural. So you just had like who's the case of the week? Who's the bad guy we got to get? And sometimes that bad guy was awesome. And I love it for that. So I'm having a good time. I'm in season 3, where Michael T. Williamson is now the big bad.
Get out of here.
Yeah. And like seeing baby Walton Goggins. This was, I think, his first like big break. And it's like, he's phenomenal.
That was before they even put him in Ant-Man, right? Ant-Man 2.
Yeah. He's such a baby. So yeah, it is nice seeing that, and then contrasting with like the Righteous Gemstones, when he's very old baby Billy, just looking for, all I need is an 8-ball and $2 million.
Somebody in chat just brought up, hey man, did you finish Matlock? I did. They finally brought Matlock back. They were having some problems on that show. It was off for like almost 3 months. Really? Christmas and like late February. But they came back and stuck the landing. It was really charming. And they've got a place to go. They wrapped up their big 2-year mystery, but they've got a way to keep going.
What's the mystery? Solve it for me.
Spoil the shit out of it. Their whole thing was about Brexit. She is Madeline. She's not Maddie. Her name on the show is Maddie Matlock, but she's playing a character the whole time. Madeline Kingston is her name. She's well-to-do. She'd worked in corporate law and stuff. She had a daughter who overdosed on a drug called Brexit or whatnot, and they found there was a study that was buried that had it not been buried. It was kind of, it follows the in the, not oxy, I guess it was at oxys or Percocets that was sweeping through.
Right.
The Sackler fuckers. That drug that all of a sudden everybody got hooked on. So they present it kind of like that. And she winds up getting a job in this law firm that defended Welbrecht so that she can get to the bottom of it and get justice.
Find out who buried the report.
Buried the file. So her name is Matlock. The show is called Matlock. They refer to Matt anytime in the beginning when somebody was like, your name's Matlock, she's like, yeah, go figure, just like Andy. But it's she's hiding behind a character so she could solve the murder of her daughter, more or less, or at least not solve the murder of her daughter, bring her daughter's murderers to justice. And I wouldn't go so far as to call it a cozy mystery, because it's heartbreaking. There are some times where you, like in this last few episodes, they did this thing that's a new trope. They also did it in Scarpetta.
Your new favorite show.
Oh my God, that fucking show. Like every episode they were like, hold my beer. Like, now we're going to space. Like, how is this possible? But in Scarpetta and in this show, in Matlock, they did this thing where somebody who lost somebody is interacting with that person on AI, an AI version of that person, which I know we're watching fictional programs, but I really bump into that conceit because they're always presenting it as if the person is having a fucking iChat conversation with them. Fluid, the person's like, responding to everything, inflection, and then sooner or later there's always a moment where they're like, I only know as much as you told me. Like, the person they're having a laugh, and then the real human is just like, you only know that because I programmed you and shit like that.
Right.
But I get it. I get the conceit. I get the trope, but we're not quite there yet. Like, in a world where, because let me tell you something. If you can give me a fluid, smooth AI rendition of my parents, I'd fucking sit there and talk to them all day long.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I don't think we're quite there yet. And so watching them, put up a real actor and pretend that person is a responding AI program is just like, come on. But used effectively, because it's always the idea of like, you're talking about a person who cannot talk to that dead person anymore, and this is their only way to close loops and heal and stuff like that.
Right. They'll say things to the AI they would never say to anybody else. It's the confessionist.
And then there's always someone outside of the motherfucker who's like, I don't think you should be doing this. Like, this ain't good for you. And like, I know. And then the person eventually has to give up the AI. The AI loved him. And they close the laptop, and that's,
Yeah.
But yeah, Matlock was worth watching, man. Adorable. And she's fantastic. And the guy who plays her husband is really great too. And the lead lawyer, like, that is a really fucking kid. John Ritter's kid, Jason Ritter.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I love that kid.
Crazy talented, man. I've seen him in a lot of things now, and I'm like, this kid's really good.
Yeah. Like, I saw something where he was he in the I can't remember the name of the show. It was a Jennifer Hudson show where everybody goes through the spirit tunnel on their way out of it. And so, like, watching Jason Ritter dance like an idiot, like, completely, like, I had that, it was Three's Company for a second. Like, it was his dad, just being like this rubber-limbed kind of goofball. It's like, oh, there it is.
He did a thing on, like, he was doing answering questions on Instagram or something one day, or TikTok. And somebody asked him about, like, can you do your dad's expressions or whatever and he was like, oh, you mean like this one? And he fucking dipped into the perfect Jack Tripper. And you can't be that amazed, because you're like, well, he's this image of his dad, of course, and he's his kid. But it was still kind of like, this kid who's younger than me brought me back to my childhood with that one post. It got a lot of traction because I think a lot of people felt the same way. We're like, oh,
yeah. I worked with his wife, Melanie Linsky, on Castle Rock, and she's delightful.
Yeah, she pops up in the last few episodes of Matlock. She
does she?
A few earlier episodes, yeah, but she got to act with her man in this one. They had a scene together. I met her years ago. Her and Kate Winslet.
Heavenly Creatures, right?
Yeah, at the beginning of my career, man. Me and Clerks. So me and Scott were on some same press day as Heavenly Creatures, and so the girls were there, and we were. I'm not gonna say instrumental, but we were at Miramax, and maybe it wasn't Clerks, maybe it was Chasing Amy that we were doing press, but we were at Miramax, and David Lindy, who was like in the international sales department, foreign, he was like, hey, I got a movie that I want you to watch and give me an opinion. I'm trying to get them to pick it up, but I'm not getting a lot of traction. I said, what is it? He goes, it's called Heavenly Creatures. It's made by, I said, Peter Jackson, the guy who did Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles. And he's like, yeah, you want to watch it? I said, my boy Vinny is a massive fan. So me, Scott, and Vinny Pereira went up to the Miramax screening room and watched Heavenly Creatures. And afterwards, all three of us gave it effusive praise and told them to like pick it up. Like, oh my God, you have to get this. Like, he'll win awards with this, man. Because I don't know if you recall Heavenly Creatures, but it's not like this movie shows promise. It was like a quantum leap forward for a guy who was already a really great filmmaker. So I want to say maybe I'm saying Clerks because it was me and Scott, but it might have been Amy and I was with Scott doing press, and I think that might have been it. So one day we shared a press day with the Heavenly Creature kids, and I remember between when you're doing a press junket, you're doing like back and forth, blah blah blah, bunch of journalists, bunch of TV outlets. So we had a break, and we were all smoking cigarettes together because it was the 90s, and that's what you did. I guess it had to be Clerks, man, because like when was Titanic? That was like 98, 97, 98, and Kate Winslet was already huge by then.
Yeah, I think it was 96.
So it's Clerks. It's definitely the Clerks era. Because then David Lindy leaves a few years later and he goes and runs Universal and shit. But it was the Clerks era because she within a few years she got Titanic, and then she was fucking
Kate Winslet.
Beyond famous. But her and Melanie were so sweet, and both of them, of course, not from here, so both of them with thick ass accents.
Yeah,
but so young, and we were too at the same time. And I remember Melanie Linsky was like, Clerks, that's that dirty movie, isn't it? I was like, it is that dirty movie.
Yeah, I remember meeting her she came into the offices of Castle Rock because she wanted to meet the writers. And so we had lunch, and we did that with, I think, most of the cast members. People who got cast, we met Bill Skarsgård that way. We met Andre Holland that way. But Melanie was just wonderful. And so she sat down and she told us a story about how she's from New Zealand, but she did a lot of work in Australia. And I was like, well, what's it like down there? Are the bugs the size of, your fists or whatever, like we hear? Does everything try to kill you? And she was like, yeah, I remember getting in a cab outside. I took a plane flight from New Zealand to Australia. A guy was picking me up at the airport, and I get into the car, and the sun is shining bright. So I put the visor in the car down, and the driver's like, you don't ever want to do that. She's like, why? Because, well, the huntsman spiders really like shade. And so what they'll do is they'll climb into the car because it's shade, and then they'll hide under the visors because it's the coolest part of the car. And the huntsman spider is the size of a paper plate. And so it'll hide behind the visor, and then you don't want to like lower the visor and surprise a spider the size of a paper plate. It's a fucking face hugger. And she's like, okay, I got it. Just bring sunglasses is what you're telling me. And that made me very certain that I'm not sure I want to go to Australia if I got to worry about visor spiders. I'm good.
Yeah, man. Hey, Banff, man. What's the word?
I saw something, and I'm going to jump in because some of the people in chat are going to have an aneurysm if I don't.
I do it.
Maul, the new Maul
Shadow
cartoon, Shadow Lord.
So wait, is that a multi-part series or a one-parter or one?
Was 10 episodes released 2 at a time over the last 5 weeks. So the finale was on Monday, May the 4th.
Take it full screen and tell us about it so brother can smoke.
All right. Let me turn you off.
Your boy's got a puff.
Don't turn me off. Turn them on, man. Get them excited. Make me hard for Maul.
Okay.
You can't see me, but I can see you.
I thought Maul was wonderful. Mark, you have not seen Maul. You don't fuck with the Star Wars cartoons too much.
Yeah, I mean, despite my love for Sam Witwer, who remains one of my favorite people, I have yet to strap in. And some of it is because I don't have a lot of connective tissue with the cartoons. So, I mean, I have a general idea of what Darth Maul was about in, Clone Wars, but I do not have the specifics of it.
You could probably do like if you YouTubed everything you need to know about Darth Maul before getting to Maul in 10 minutes. And then the series, I think, is good enough that you don't actually have to watch all the rest of it, like in long form. Man, is it good. It's like...
I'll take your word for it, because most of recent Star Wars has required you to do the homework. So if you're telling me that I can dive in without much more than a quick refresher, then I'm good.
I mean, it's similar. To me, it's got a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. It is like the Andor of animation, and it looks beautiful. It's some of the best sounding Star Wars of all time. It reminded me of like Blade Runner almost, film noir. You follow this detective on this planet. It does a wonderful job of making the Empire scary again in the same way that Andor did. Like there's no longer, stormtroopers can't shoot jokes. They do a great job. Halfway, the cop that you follow, he does not want the Empire to come to this planet. And his protocol droid sidekick is like, we got to get the Empire. This is against protocol. And so for the first half of the season, it's the planet with the local police. And then the Empire comes in. And so you get to see, and it's never put on Front Street with like dialogue and just pushed in your face. But you get to see what life is like on a planet before the Empire and after the Empire. And it's scary. Like it sucks. And it's almost background to what's happening with Darth Maul and stuff, but you get to start to see how it affects a planet and why they're so evil and why you don't want the Empire to come in to secure your planet. And then spoilers, sorry everybody, Darth Vader shows up for the last 2 episodes, and it is the Rogue One Darth Vader for like 30 minutes though. 30 minutes of him hunting Jedi and Darth Maul. And
is that where I think I saw a clip, and don't bring me back. Just let me be a haunted voice. I think I saw a clip of Vader fighting some little like alien face guy, and he got a little piece of Vader, and then Vader went ham and just fucking like wham, wham, like the Rogue One Vader. Yeah. Just beating him to damn death with a lightsaber until the kid's lightsaber broke. What's that all about?
That is the there is a Jedi Master who has who's training not training a Padawan, but they escaped Order 66. This is about a year after Star Wars Episode 3. So Darth Vader is out actively hunting Jedi, and he shows up to kill Darth Maul, and this Jedi is there. And Maul has been chasing this Jedi's Padawan to try to turn her to the dark side to become his his apprentice, so that he and her can go after Sidious, or Palpatine, who he hates. One of the cool things is this young Jedi is a Twi'lek. So the idea is that this is going to become Darth Talon from the comics, who is the tattooed red and black Jedi from the comics, who also is who George Lucas had said he wanted that to be one of the main bad guys in his episodes 7, 8, and 9. So they've kind of taken some of his ideas, and like what Dave Filoni does best is rework them into a different piece so that we get to experience a little bit. It was phenomenal. I was saying before the show, even the texturing of the characters, it looks painted instead of like in Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. It's like paint bucket fill, put lighting on it and shadows. This looks like it was done with a paintbrush. It's gorgeous, and the whole buildup, it feels very like film noir until the end when Darth Vader shows up, and then it's almost like a monster movie where Darth Vader is the monster that is hunting the good guys and the bad guys who team up, but the bad guy continues to manipulate the good guys. It's outside of Andor, one of my favorite Star Wars, hands down. Like supremely wonderful.
High fucking praise, man.
And it makes
and I'll watch it.
Yeah, it makes you think a little bit. It gives you it builds out that world, and gives you kind of flavors that you haven't had before in Star Wars, which is really cool.
That's awesome. I mean, and I love, we were talking a little bit before we rolled about how, animation seems to be at this point divided, at least current animation, between pre-Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and post-Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And I think that Spider-Verse showed the powers that be that, you could be a bit rougher with it. You could be a bit dirtier with it. It could look like a bit hand-drawn, even if you have to. I remember Miller and Lord talking about how they had to sort of program the computers to be imperfect because that's what they wanted. And so, to see how this next wave of animation that it's gotten cheap enough to do on TV, that it can be a little bit dirty. It can feel a bit more painterly. Shows like Arcane on Netflix and the new Stranger Things, Tales of 1985, that's a gorgeous fucking cartoon. And it does feel like it's, somebody with, almost sculpting clay in a way that makes it feel 3D. It makes it feel a little bit more hand wrought, a little bit more artisanal, that I kind of love, and I remember that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that Seth Rogen, and Point Grey did. It was just jagged in ways. It was blotchy at times. And I love the fact that animation could have always done this. It was just hard to do, but they're just leaning into the fact that an audience will roll with it. An audience wants it to feel a little bit, surreal, kind of a little bit more impressionist, a little bit more, we get it, but use color theory to tell me the story as much as you're using, just impeccably programmed render tools. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's also everybody in that show is acting to within an inch of their life. I know Star Wars isn't known for its acting, but I feel like Andor changed that a little bit, and I know that Sam and the people who worked on that show really good was never good enough. The question that was always asked was, how can we make this better? What can we do to level this up? And it shows. I mean, it is everybody who's in it is phenomenal. Just really well done.
Bring me back.
And he's back.
I was watching the whole time. I was in the audience, kids. I was watching you guys. I was in my body, but I was watching you. You sold me. I'm gonna watch them all. Sam is such an intense actor, and he's beyond an actor. He's also kind of a creator as well. Did a lot of work on this.
He's a producer on it. Yeah.
That with good reason, because I talked to him at the Bizarro signing.
Oh, he rolled through.
Yeah, he rolled through, and him and Eric are tight, I believe. And I directed Sam years ago in Supergirl when he was playing. Was his character's name Anarchy? Yeah, man, he's a pretty intense dude, and I don't mean that for people to be like, what is he, fucking irritate? Not at all. You never met a motherfucker more dedicated to Darth Maul.
He's become the keeper of them all.
Before you directed that episode of Supergirl, he texted me and was like, "Hey, Kevin's going to direct me in Supergirl. Any tips? Anything I shouldn't do? Anything I should do?" Which I thought was pretty cute.
You don't direct a Sam Witwer. You just stand back and let him do his thing. But yeah, no, he'll wind up, if he hasn't already, directing. You can just tell he's there. But I'm glad they gave him some sort of producing credit there. He's pot committed to that fucking franchise and that character.
Yeah. Every now and again, I will just see like some Instagram reel or some TikTok something about like Sam explaining something from Clone Wars in such a way that like, oh shit, I never got that. And maybe it's because I haven't thought about it as much as he has, but like he understands specifically, Maul, but generally that era of Star Wars about as well as anybody does. So for him to kind of take some ownership of like, this is my guy. This is my pocket of Star Wars, and for Star Wars to let him do so, I think it's pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, he's been
1641 in chat said half off at the mall. Come on, that's quality.
Not bad.
Quality humor.
He's been doing Star Wars since The Force Unleashed, like 20 years ago. He's been doing Star Wars characters. The scary thing is that if you talk to him about Star Trek, he is as good. Like, I don't know how he has enough space in his head to understand all of those. Like, every time I learn something, I forget a fact about Star Wars. Every time my kid is like, "Hey, look at this. Look what I brought home from school." I'm like, well, I don't know the home planet of this character anymore. I don't know how he does it.
There are some folks in chat that have referenced animated programs that didn't come to fruition. Two that I didn't even know were a thing. Bone,
and
Elf Quest.
Yeah, the Jeff Smith Bone. I remember that there was for a while. It kept getting optioned because it's great,
and it just lends itself to a fucking cartoon.
Yeah, and I remember
like a live action cartoon
that the Peonies were trying to make Elf Quest a thing for a good long while as well.
I mean, that's their fucking life's work right there.
Yeah. But
decades.
I mean, God, when I first started getting into comics, Elf Quest was a thing, and that was 40 years ago. So yeah, I mean, but Bone is a little bit more surprising to me because it feels just so ready-made for, a slightly mature kids cartoon. But yeah, that is too bad.
All right. What do we got? We got any news?
We got a little bit of news. The HBO's Harry Potter show has already gotten a second season order, even before the first season airs come this Christmas. Which, is not surprising to me, really. I mean, I'm currently working on a show that started with a 2-season order, because at some point you just want to be making the show and not wait for the time between seasons to make the show. But more to the point, this is a show starring kids who have to be kids for a while. And like, if you take too long to make this show, these kids are going to be adults. And so they are on a very aggressive production schedule. I mean, the writing of season 2 was already happening. Season 1 is set to be filmed, set to finish its production in a couple of weeks. The writing for season 2 is already underway. And so that'll get to start production in a couple of months, because they need to keep this train rolling so that these kids don't turn into young adults before they get to the end of them supposed to be in high school. So that's happening. If one is a Harry Potter fan and if one wants more Harry Potter, It's coming for you. It's coming for you whether you want it or not. Matthew Lillard is having a bit of a run as of late.
Saw that, man.
He did Daredevil season 2.
Yeah, and he just got cast in something else.
He's in Man of Tomorrow. We're not entirely sure what role he's going to be playing, but one sees on James Gunn's Instagram a little shot of him and Lillard, palling around on the set. And so, I'm excited for fucking Matthew Lillard. It's nice to see that dude just, take the body blow of Quentin Tarantino and doing a fucking drive-by on him, and watch the love of the internet kind of rally around him. And then, and he's working. And that's the best version of I'm not gonna call it revenge, just, ego insulation is to find yourself gainfully employed by people who want to employ you. And he just wrapped the Carrie show that Mike Flanagan was doing for I think it's A24 and Amazon, I believe. He's going to be in Scream 7 again. He was on the second season of Cross on Amazon. And man's busy, and now he's going to be in a Superman movie. So power to
him. Someone in chat said they think Matthew is going to play Plastic Man. Seattle KO said that.
Would not surprise. He's got a good rubbery face.
What else you got?
Our boy Matt Shackman, him of the WandaVisions and the
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, is strapping in to make a new Planet of the Apes picture.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You're doing that again, huh?
Apparently, we will never stop making Planet of the Apeses.
Now it's a Disney movie.
It is. It's under the Fox banner, which is under the Disney banner, and so everybody wins. And so it's being written by Josh Friedman, who both wrote Fantastic Four: First Steps. I think he also wrote the previous Planet of the Apes movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. But he also wrote War of the Worlds for Spielberg. He did the Terminator Sarah Chronicles TV show. Sarah Connor Chronicles, my bad. And I met him on the picket line back when we were picketing, and he's a sweet dude. And so happy for both parties involved, and happy for more apes shit, because I do like them Planet of the Apes movies. And then finally, we have a couple of obits. One of them, Ted Turner, passed away.
When this happened?
This happened like 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago. Ted Turner was a media mogul. He used to own the Atlanta Braves. He founded CNN and for better or worse, ushered in the era of 24-hour news cycles.
TNT, TBS, the Super
TNT, TBS, but for our audience, Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Was his brainchildren. And so it was a place where you could go and watch the old cartoons that you love. He also launched Turner Classic Movies, which once he got over wanting to colorize everything, turned into actually a very noteworthy and important fucking channel on your cable dial of you just got to see old movies. You got to see a curated display that like the Criterion collection, but for your television. And that stuff is important. That stuff is valuable. That stuff was, a way of preserving the arts that we all kind of love. And so, yeah, he was a gazillionaire. Yeah, he fucking sold Warner Brothers to AOL in one of the worst fucking deals ever to be dealt, which sort of turned Warner Brothers into a perennial, hot potato to be passed from corporate owner to corporate owner. A thing we're currently reckoning with at the moment. But, he did get to marry Jane Fonda, and he did give us cartoons on the air all the time. So thank you, Ted Turner, for the stuff that you gave us and then the stuff you didn't take away, I suppose.
Yeah, man. Ted Turner, Mr. Superstation, Mr. Atlanta.
Mr. Atlanta.
Mr. Media Titan, Mr. Jane Fonda at one point.
Yeah. And then finally, Jerry Conway passed away. Jerry Conway, legend in the comics world. Co-created The Punisher, Ms. Marvel, Firestorm, Power Girl, Jason Todd, You know, he was a dude who, you know, he passed away at 73. He was briefly editor-in-chief at Marvel in the mid 70s, but like the dude was a player. The dude fucking wrote The Death of Gwen Stacy at 19 years old. Yeah, the night Gwen Stacy died. Um, I don't know what I was doing at 19, but I was not fucking writing one of the most seminal Spider-Man stories of all time.
Yeah, no, he's got me beat. You know, I did Clerks at 22, and I got to swing that around for a long time. But 19, Jerry Conway did it way better than me. And man, oh man, like he was always out there whenever, you know, the Punisher logo was co-opted by people like, you know, some police organizations. He would be the first guy out there going like, I don't think you people understand what the Punisher is all about. He's a reprehensible vigilante. Like the police should not be wearing this skull.
Yeah, and also that's a character who killed cops. Because in those stories, you know, reflective a little bit of that time, cops were not always the good guys.
Yeah.
That
was
yeah.
Them, Mark. Like it's the olden times. That was back when racism was a problem too. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about.
Man, oh man. Big bucket of win. Titan, Jerry Conway. Titan, Ted Turner.
Absolutely. But that's all we got, sir. That is the news bag for this episode of Fat Man Beyond.
Somebody in chat said that Bonnie Tyler is on life support or intensive care or something. So
yeah, I saw that on I guess it was Deadline or something like that, saying that it is not looking great.
Oof. Man, you know you're getting old when all your heroes are, or
yeah.
not even your heroes, just some people have been around. Like these people have been on the scene since we've been born. Like,
yeah.
You know, she did before she did Total Eclipse of the Heart, and she's still alive, so let's not eulogize her. But before she did Total Eclipse of the Heart, Bonnie Tyler, when I was a kid, she sang "It's a Heartache." Nothing but a heartache. Which, when we were kids, we would sing "Fartache," and it was very fun. But she played a prominent role. You know the song? It's the words that it's a fartache.
No, but my daughter loves Bonnie Tyler because she did "Holding Out for a Hero," which was brought back to the front in the Super Mario movie. So that's my daughter plays T-ball. Her walk-up song for batting was "Holding Out for a Hero." And every time it came on, she got all pumped up, just like we did 40 years ago.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, everything old is new again.
Cordell Heathman in chat said he just found out that Jerry Conway also did Fire and Ice, the film, the Ralph Bakshi animation.
God bless him. I mean, he also fucking worked on Saturday morning cartoons and primetime TV. He wrote on Diagnosis Murder, Matlock, Father Dowling Mysteries, and Law and Order Criminal Intent.
And comics.
And
comics first. Wow, that's wild. There's a name that, like, whenever anybody goes, hey man, you were the first guy that came over from movies to comics, I was like, no. The first guy I knew of, there were two of them, was Sam Hamm, who wrote one of the co-writers of the Batman movie to 1989, Tim Burton's Batman, who did the 500th issue of Detective, or the 250, I think it was 500, a story called Blind Justice. And there, you know, there was a big deal because, like, this guy wrote the fucking Batman movie. He's writing a Batman comic book, Detective Annual and shit. And then the other one, of course, is Loeb, man, Jeff Loeb, who ran Marvel TV back when it was on actual TV and Netflix and stuff before Disney. Plus, he wrote Challengers of the Unknown for DC. Tim Sale drew it. Wonderful book, wonderful story, great art. A couple of legends who would go on to do a bunch of stuff together. All the Long Halloweens, all the Spider-Man, Red, White,
Superman for all seasons.
Superman for all seasons. They were a hell of a team. But Loeb came from movies. Loeb had written the script, the screenplay for Commando, and the screenplay for Teen Wolf. So whenever somebody was like, "You did it first," I was like, "No, I only did it because I saw those dudes do it when I was a reader." And I always thought that was really cool. Like, oh, fuck, man. But I had no idea that Jerry Conway legit worked in like fucking television for some of the biggest shows of the day, man. I've only ever known him for the comic book work. That's crazy. I'm so happy for him, man.
He was a Matlock man before you were a Matlock man.
Yeah. And he got paid for it. I'm watching Matlock for free. He was cashing his check. Huge bucket of win.
Absolutely.
Huge. Absolutely huge. Somebody said Goyer in chat. Did Goyer write comics? Or are they saying that Goyer came to comics after writing Blade or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about his comic book work. I mean, I definitely know that he was a feature screenwriter. You know,
yeah, I mean, he's written comic book stuff, but I think he must have done some comics along the way, but I don't think he. I don't know. Maybe somebody will clear that up in chat. Leonard Pig 6441 brought that one up. I ain't fighting you, Leonard.
Yeah.
I just need a little more detail there. Hank, there's a guy in the chat named Hank McGurk who really wants my attention, and he wants me to go someplace. But at one point, he was like, "Nobody likes you," so he's on an emotional roller coaster in chat.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Jason Ambrose, who's talking about too much eroticism in Planet of the Apes for me.
Which one?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out which one is about the horny apes.
Because if there's a version of Planet of the Apes that I can jerk off to, I want to watch it right now. With everybody. You won't see it. You won't even see the tip. Nothing. It'll all
sure. If I remember correctly, there is a scene in the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes where Helena Bonham Carter plays Sexy Ape, who's waiting to try to seduce Paul Giamatti. So hey man, if that is your fucking
I look like watching Nate porn.
Flinging shit at the screen.
Would they demonetize us if like they couldn't see shit? But if we were all three of us just
jerking it,
spanking it, like
to the same thing or different things?
Isn't that what Last Pod on the Left is about? Those dudes are wonderful. I've been on their show.
I mean, every pod is about that. If you want
literally, yeah, totally. Back when I started podcasting myself in 2007, that was it. Pretty much a wank. Me and Mosier just sitting there fucking jerking off at each other. But I wonder if they would demonetize us and pull us off YouTube, because it's like you ain't seeing nothing. Or is it ASMR? Can you do ASMR like porn on YouTube?
I would think so.
Like you can't show it. But like, let's say, you remember how Banff Man took me out of the monitor and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Could you just have an empty microphone in a frame and for a YouTube clip? But the ASMR is clearly the sounds of sex. And I ain't talking like over the top, like, oh God, just, quiet, like,
Well, listen, I could be moisturizing my hand here, right? And I can just fucking like, and all you have to hear is just shit happening.
You wouldn't even hear that, I would guarantee, man. I don't think our mics are strong enough to pick it up. But
I mean, I'd have to get
guarantee you, YouTube, somebody would complain and we'd get demonetized. I mean, we can't even show trailers on this fucking show. You think they're going to let us jerk off?
Well, we would have to say,
Mark? Is that
we'd have to say, we're not jerking off. We're just moisturizing. Is there a disclaimer at the top? And if you happen to catch us 5 minutes in, what it sounds like is what you think it might be. I don't know what you're talking about.
It could become a hot show, man, like Hot Ones.
Just call it Hot Ones.
where people are just like, is that the show where like you go on and it's uncomfortable because you eat hot food? And like, no, that's the show you go on and they make you jerk off, and that's what makes it uncomfortable. I'll take hot food any day over fucking having to spank one out because they don't let you leave until you come.
You just call it coming and going with Kevin Mark.
When's this podcast done? When you come. Finish. You better
Finish him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Yeah, man. Fucking that's how we recreate the show.
I know. It's like, wow, how come that episode got
You know,
4
like-
million views?
Like when people like now, when we talk about Fat Man Beyond now, you'll have some people be like, oh, I like the show back when you used to just interview people about Batman. If we start doing the jerk off show, they will miss this version of the show. Like, I just miss it when you guys used to talk about pop culture, not how long it took you to pop at your age.
Yeah.
We can
And
turn
because
it
that
into
show-
a betting show. Everything's a betting thing now, right? So Fat Man Beyond could be like, come a fucking, not a circle jerk. We're all in different places and stuff, but it's a race.
Somebody
Seattle
in chat.
Chayo in
And
the
it's all
chat.
about honesty, because you can't show it, right? You can't be like, I'm done. That'd be, you get demonetized.
Right.
But see, that means we got to have an independent witness on each side to confirm the climax. Otherwise, we could be lying.
It needs to be our AI sort of family.
No AI, Mark. This is we're keeping it real. We're taking it way back, old school. Jerking off and looking at each other is as old as an entertainment as it gets. They did that around the fire back when we were still troglodytes or whatever.
I think the only way to make this work is if we don't say anything, we just stare into the camera.
Yeah,
Just
I
silent.
mean, that's required. Like that goes without saying, but yes, when it begins, when Banff Man is like Banff, that's when we're like
Dead eye into the camera.
That's the thing. You can't look at like nudity. You can't watch a porn. You have to dead eye into the fucking camera. You have to totally cocoa this shit. That'd be hard. I bet you that'd be hard to fucking come that way. Like I don't know how it would take forever.
I mean, I'm not sure that I could get there just looking at you.
But that's the thing. I'm not even at least if I had you to look at, I was like, well, he's a human being, sexuality, whatever. But I'm looking right at the fucking camera. There's nothing to see but the little green light. And I just don't know if that would eventually get me there. Maybe, I don't know. Because you can't close your eyes. That's part of the rules. If you're closing your eyes, you're fantasizing, and that helps. You can't do that. That's cheating.
So somebody in chat goes, change the name to Fap Man Beyond. Like the fat.
Bang, give that person 10% of our fucking franchise. Which again is a betting show. Because everybody's like, the show's only going to be like 10 minutes long. But who
Speak for
will come
yourself.
first? Who will come first? And people are laying money and shit. It's like, I don't do fucking, what's that? What do they call that shit? Football, fake football.
Oh, fantasy football.
I don't do fantasy football, but I do fantasy FAP. That'd be amazing.
God.
Fantasy free FAP, because that's the thing. You can't be sitting there going, oh, I'm seeing a pretty girl. You have to look right into the fucking camera, which is essentially looking into your own soul and going, what have I become? You can't even close your eyes and look away from yourself. Otherwise, you lose. It's just that.
Somebody
This is
else,
some Black Mirror shit, right?
Take all the fun out of masturbation, man.
You
The
must be
last
live
thing we
paid.
got, the only thing we got. Kids, they've taken everything and they've found a way to charge us how to do everything except for that. The one lone fucking pleasure. But me, Mark, and JC, we're gonna find a way to monetize that as well. And put ads on it. Wait till you see the ads.
This whack is brought to you by Ridge.
Manscaped.
Yeah.
Ridge. Keep it away from area while you're
And
masturbating.
that's how we finally get Blue Chew to be a fucking sponsor again.
I believe we sent Blue Chew away, if you remember correctly. They had some remember there was some stuff.
Politics involved,
that's
I
right.
think. Yeah.
beyond politics, more, if I remember correctly,
more unsavory things than just politics.
Yeah. Because, you know, I don't know when we've ever been like, we don't want your money. That was one case that I remember.
we found a thing.
We found a case where we were like, you know what? It sucks. We don't want your money.
Whew. Oh man.
Somebody else said we should put like my Banff, like this Banff, we should have those made that are like tug, fap, like, and have those come up on screen while it's going.
Well, that's the thing. It's like when you climax, you gotta fucking ring the bell.
We get a buzzer.
It's just like Jeopardy. It's all in the buzzer. Like you can know everything, but if you don't buzz in at the right time, you're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, the BAMF should have its own sound effect. It's just
in chat. Fernwick one goes, "There's not a 0% chance he doesn't have his hog in his hand." No, hands free, kids. Not until we're paid. Are you kidding me? Jerk off for free? What are you, nuts? I ain't there yet.
I'm doing it with just the power of my mind.
Totally. I've read some people, women particularly, can do that.
Yeah, God bless them.
Just, but they're also like cricketing their legs as well.
Yep, can't roll that way.
I've tried. I've got, very fat thighs. My mom's childbearing hips. So if I close it around a hard dick and roll back and forth, I bet you it could work. You know what? I answered that a little too quickly.
I think you did. I think you're talking like you're just JD Vancing your way to a good time.
Dancing on my own couch. Be your own couch.
The cushion for the pushing.
That's the title of my next novel. Be your own couch. All right, shall we answer some questions?
Oh my goodness.
Or did we just answer a lot of questions without ever being
nobody
asked?
was asking?
Yes.
Well, coming off that, I want to give a shout out to Derek, who people may remember from Fat Man Beyond a long time ago. We did at the Cantina. Kev, you told a story about he was giving you an X-Wing that his dad had made.
The one made of wood. It was an X-Wing and there was a TIE fighter as well.
So I've got a picture of it that he sent.
I still have it. It's upstairs. Beautiful, like, story that he told about, like, he came from a family, didn't have much money like mine. But his dad was like, well, but I can make that. And he made him an X-Wing and a TIE fighter, and he brought it to me. And I was so honored because I was like, are you kidding me? But he was just like, I loved it. But it was one of those beautiful gestures that so many people I've met over the course of my entertainment life have made in my direction, where you're just like, why would you give me something this wonderful? And it's because something you did affected them deeply in the past. So yes, long story short, I still have it, and it's a beautiful piece.
I had a awesome dude. I had a great conversation with him today about investing in Rendezvous. So,
get out of here.
Yeah. So
that
amazing,
tracks, man.
Yeah.
I wonder. That's cool. That's very cool. I mean, in whether it's in memory of his dad or not, that just makes sense.
Yeah, very cool. And the picture of the X-Wing, I remember you telling the story.
Yeah.
And in my head, I saw like popsicle sticks and toothpicks, not like, I mean, that X-Wing is beautiful.
Really well made, man.
Yeah.
Smooth wood and stuff. Like, yeah. And just the simple beauty of the idea of like, well, I can't afford that, but I make you one I make you one of a kind. That's why it was so overwhelming when he gave it to me, because it's like, this isn't like, the X-Wing that your uncle or your mom bought for you at Toys R Us or Child World. This is one of one that was made with the hands of love. And so even more so, I was like, Very touched.
And
Wow,
also-
man, that's very, very cool.
Yeah,
And
very
it's
cool.
gorgeous, because like I remember growing up and it was the house full of, we got that at home. You don't need to, we're not gonna go get a fucking Big Mac. I'll make that for you at home. You don't need any goddamn Rice Krispies. We'll make that at home. And it's just, man, this
Here's
is
your
ridiculous.
X-Wing, and you got an empty paper towel roll.
Yeah.
Like Rice Krispie treats, this is just rice with sugar on it, Mom. This is not at all what I wanted. So that's awesome.
Boomy Boo in chat goes, he wants it back though, Kev.
Yeah. Oh,
I
you
mean,
just
honestly,
behold it.
like if he wants it back, I would understand completely.
Oh man. The other thing, something that I'll pump, which I didn't get permission to yet, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. On May 19th at Scum and Villainy, we are doing a Doug Jones event. Doug
Ooh.
Jones is going to be there. Abe Sapien from Hellboy and Shape of Water.
Yeah.
They're doing a documentary on him, and they're going to do a Doug Jones trivia, and he's going to be there hanging out with us at Scum and Villainy at 6:00. Doors will be open at 5. Event at 6 on May 19th. So if you are a Doug Jones fan or a fan of any of those movies, come out, do some trivia. There'll be some really cool prizes. And I have met Doug Jones before. I feel like a lot of people have had encounters with him. He is a very, very sweet, cool person.
I've seen him in interviews. Cool dude.
That's awesome.
I think I interviewed him once too.
On the boat?
Maybe on the boat, yeah, or at Sundance. But I believe I've crossed paths with him as well. All right, what else we got? What are we doing? We
got some questions.
Answer
those.
These questions 3.
Andrew Tarpey 8878 wanted to know, who would we find the funniest crossover with Planet of the Apes?
I mean, I know they're doing like Predator meets Planet of the Apes at Marvel.
That makes sense.
Which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that.
They might have done an Alien Planet of the Apes, which is also cool.
I would like to see Donkey Kong with Planet of the Apes.
Ooh, how many barrels?
I'm going Zootopia with Planet of the Apes.
Ooh, nice.
Judy Hopps. Gonna bounce all over General Urko's head. Ursus? Which one? Remember there was one in the movie and one in the TV show. The only good human is a dead human.
What if Spaceballs...
Turns out he wasn't wrong, kids.
What if Spaceballs 2, which is an Amazon MGM property, was actually the end of Spaceballs 1, where they end up on the Planet of the Apes with the Statue of Liberty there? Wouldn't that surprise everybody? It'd probably be hilarious.
I hate every ape I see, from chimpanzee
And ape to chimpanzee.
No, you'll never make a monkey
out of me. I'm gonna go. We bought a zoo.
No.
And Planet of the Apes. Give me some mandate.
What about we're missing the obvious? King Kong versus the Planet of the Apes.
Ooh. Planet of the Apes : Skull Island.
There it is.
And he's their god.
Yeah, like fucking the movie's 10 minutes long. So they're like, Planet of the Apes, like, ah, and they're like, oh.
You made a desert of it. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know. This guy's in charge. We won. Credits.
Why don't you put him in charge?
And Leah's music in chat goes, I love you, Dr. Zayas. What else we got?
TR Morris wanted to know what is our favorite movie to watch on our birthday? Looking for some recommendations to celebrate later tonight.
Happy birthday, number one.
Yes.
Anybody survives this sick old world,
Mazel tov.
take my hat off too. Let's see.
I don't know if we have a birthday movie.
I don't have a birthday movie, but if I was looking to watch a movie on my birthday, Scrooged, The Bad News Bears, The World According to Garp, any Russo Marvel. Here's my list. Yeah, you imagine I'd be like, I don't know, one of my movies, but no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to imagine a movie that is about a birthday, aside from like Happy Birthday, which I think was a horror movie. Happy Birthday to
Happy
Me.
Birthday to Me with Melissa Sue Anderson from Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Really confusing for a young boy who grew up watching Mary Ingalls.
Hey now.
Be blind, and then suddenly she was in the poster girl on Happy Birthday to Me. Happy birthday to me. That was the song.
I find it difficult to recommend 16 Candles in this day and age. That is a rapey movie.
Yeah.
And like kind of racist in lots of ways. So I'm not sure I could do that.
It meant well.
I mean, I would like to say they tried their best, but I'd also like to say we knew a little bit better than that in 1983, 1984, whenever that came, whenever they were making that movie. You know, I don't, you know what? Fucking Weekend at Bernie's. Carrying around a dead dude. That's hilarious. Never goes over.
That's how you celebrate one more year around the sun.
Carrying a dead dude. You know, geez, 16 again, maybe. Some old like, nope, fucking Big. Watch Big.
Oh,
wonderful movie.
Big is a great movie about you know, being an adult and being a child and what you gain from one and lose from the other, and it's so incredibly sweet. And it's, you know, it's about a wish. It's about a wish that your heart makes. So,
one of Penny Marshall's best, her second. I think she did Jumpin' Jack Flash, then she did Big, then she did Awakenings, and then A League of Their Own. Like bang, bang, bang. 3 titanic, iconic films.
Yeah.
And this is, mind you, after she'd spent fucking a lifetime as Laverne on Laverne Show, one of the #1 sitcoms of its day.
Yeah. You know, or another good one, Stand By Me. Stand By Me feels like a good birthday movie. You know, coming of age, you know, wrestling with what adulthood is going to mean, but also remembering your friends that you made along the way. Yeah, those are my thoughts.
Ever 989 said Faces of Death. Best birthday movie ever.
Take your word for it. Ever 989.
What about you, Banff?
If it was my birthday, I would probably watch Fellowship of the Ring, the Transformers 1986 animated movie, because I remember getting the VHS tape on my birthday of that year. Princess Bride or Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Wow.
Or, you know, what else also a good one, if you're the right kind of nerd, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Because if I remember correctly, it is James Kirk's birthday in that movie. It was the best of times. It was
best
the worst
of times. Yeah. The best of times.
You know, James Kirk's birthday is also William Shatner's birthday. Canonically, right? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's coming through now, Con.
You have to know why things work on a starship.
Let them die. Jim, they're dying. Let them die.
Show me a man who wants to kill me and a son and only be too happy to help.
Klingon bastard killed my son.
How do I feel? I feel old. You go right on quoting regulation.
Oh my God, you pulled that as the exact. I was like, I'm racing to the Savick quote. Him buttoning his vest. You go right on quoting regulation, Lieutenant Savick. He always called her Mr. Savick.
Yeah, which I guess must be a naval thing because it didn't make a ton of sense, but sure.
I love them Star Trek movies, man. Fuck. And I'm not one of those like, only the even ones. I'm there for all of them. I like that cinematic universe that they built, which I know was heavily predicated, of course, on the series, but the series was, way more thoughtful, way more meditative, way more existential, whereas the movies are like, we got 2 hours. Let's go save a whale.
What does God need with the starship?
And also has one of the fucking best deaths in movie history. Of my friend, I could say only this. Of all the souls I've encountered in my journeys, his was the most human.
Human. Try, damn you, try. Bagpipes. Come on, Scotty. Play some Aqualung.
And then they just like retcon that shit in the next movie.
Still alive, guys.
That was the original version of the snap right there, man. They were like, we just changed fucking TV and cinema history. Mr. Spock is dead 1 year later, and he's back.
Yeah, but what if?
He directed, if I remember correctly. I believe three is Nimoy's first Star Trek, and then he did Voyage Home as well. Maybe I'm
yeah. And then
I think that was how they got him to come back, because they were like, you could direct it.
Yep, I'm sure.
And he's like, yeah, as long as I can only be in the last like fucking 10 minutes and shit.
Yeah. And Shatner was like, I'm gonna do it. Can I do it too? They're like, you can have 5.
It was directed by Nimoy, who then went on and directed 3 Men and a Baby, didn't he?
Yeah, he did 3 Men and a Baby. He did The Good Son. He did was it The Good Son or The Good Mother? Good Son, I think it was. I forget. Look on his list right there. It's Good Son or Good Mother. Something was good. Made a good movie. Made a lot of good movies. Nimoy had a few bangers in a row as well.
He did, yeah. I mean, Star Trek 4, 3 Men and a Baby, and I think there was one other just light comedy in there. I think that he did well with.
Man, you got his IMDb up?
I'm pulling it up. Let's see. He did some music videos, some video games. What is it? Why does it not have his I went to Wikipedia like a fool. Oh, here we go. Filmography. Also director, Star Trek 4, 3 Men and a Baby, The Good Mother, Funny About Love. He was a writer on Star Trek 6.
The Undiscovered Country?
Directed by Nicholas Meyer, came back after Star Trek 2.
Did he ever direct a big movie again?
No.
It's crazy, man. Like 3 Men and a Baby was fucking huge. Star Trek 4 was fucking huge.
Yeah. Surprised that, I mean, because didn't they do like 4 Men and a Baby or 3 Men and a Little Lady?
3 Men and a Little Lady. Now they could do 3 old men and a middle-aged woman, probably. They're all still around, aren't they? Ted Danson,
Gutenberg,
Selleck, and Gutenberg. You can still fucking make that movie. You cast Ariana Grande.
I mean, at this point, it would need to be like 3 men and a middle-aged lady. Those dudes are in their 80s.
3 old men, 3 senior citizens, and a middle-aged woman.
Yeah. 50-something divorcee.
3 senior citizens and their nurse. All right, let's do the third and final question.
Last question, similar to that one, but on the other side. Jeremy Nation's music. If you were on your deathbed and could only suggest one film to a loved one to see, what would that film be? So it's your last chance. Mark has suggested all the wonderful things to suggest on Fat Man Beyond. We're at the end of times. What do you suggest? What do you want somebody to see on your way out?
Is what I want somebody else to see, or is what I want to watch as my
what
last?
You recommend to the people who are huddled around you. Yeah.
Your last recommendation ever. I mean, is self-serving if I'm like, Clerks, watch it again.
One more round of residuals for all the battery parties involved.
I think if I was pushing them at that moment in time, even now, I might push them toward Cinema Paradiso as a kind of, you know, hey, find the beauty in life. Go watch this fucking movie. Yeah, as you know, everything else. If it's talking about my work, feels self-serving at the end, and by that point, it's like anybody around me is like, we've seen it, but not everyone has seen like Cinema Paradiso. I would that or World According to Garp. Those are my two.
I don't know. I mean, because there's the impulse to be like, well, should it be a movie about being old? Should it be like Cocoon? You know, where it's just you'll never get old, you'll never die. Like that seems like an appropriate fucking deathbed thing to watch, but it's also super fucking morbid.
Hey, I'm Lloyd, and today we're gonna watch this movie Cocoon. Remember?
I mean, I think you relate. It's about a bunch of old people.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. I would like to see Say Anything.
Yeah, hey, you know what? You got a movie theater.
I think I brought up Cinema Paradiso because I was going like, I really want to watch that. Like, you know, it's tough to get people to come out to see an art film that I had nothing to do with, you know, at our theater, just because we're so off the beaten path, you know. Although you could take a ferry right out of fucking Lower Manhattan. You know what? No excuses, people. Get the sponsors. But I want to show Cinema Paradiso. I know we won't get a crowd. We'd be lucky to get 30 people, but that'd be beautiful to watch up on the big screen.
It would. I think I want to show Into the Spider-Verse. I know I've talked about it earlier in this podcast, but Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I think there's, as I'm shuffling off this mortal coil to watch a movie, to suggest a person watches a movie about a person becoming who they're supposed to be. I think there's something kind of fitting about that. Yeah, I'll fucking stick with that. And if not, there than Magnificent Seven, because the music is great.
Cash Lenart in chat goes, Deathbed Requiem. Requiem for a Dream, just to troll my family. That's fucking hysterical.
I mean,
like you're dying and you're like, make sure you watch Requiem for a Dream. It's important to me. Oh,
yeah.
And then they were like, ass
to ass.
Like, why did he feel this defined his life? You'd leave them talking, kids. They'd be talking about you long after you're out.
You know, they would bring the grandkids in, like everybody's huddled around the TV to watch Dad's last.
He wanted us to see this. He said there was a hidden message. Ass to ass. I think he was trying to tell us something.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Did we answer all those questions?
I think we got all three.
Somebody in chat said Big Fish, which I think would be good.
and Endilias music in chat said, "There's no way Kevin's last word isn't Clerks." We live in a betting culture, kids. You can probably lay money on that shit. Just but don't, because then somebody will kill me and be like, "Say Clerks, motherfucker." I'm like, "Clerk."
I got $14,000 on you saying Clerks. Go, oh, okay. Ass to ass.
Ass to ass. Why did he tell us to watch this? What was he trying to say? You'd have to leave a fucking note that they could find, at least like in their lifetime, that said "P.S. trolling." Otherwise, it changes the narrative forever. Like,
yeah. Instead, I would just like to have Morgan Freeman recorded just saying ass to ass.
Ass to ass. Andy Dufresne went ass to ass.
My friend crawled through 10 miles of shit to go ass to ass.
Get busy assing or get busy assing.
Get busy living, get busy assing.
Somebody pointed out Big Fish. The last 10 minutes of Big Fish, I'll fucking watch all day long. I still haven't rewatched that movie. I watched it for only time I watched it. Through 95% of the movie, I was like, pff, pff. Oh, come on. What the fuck? Oh, this fucking movie. Last 10 minutes, Niagara Falls, Frankie Jr. Oh my God, I was fucking bawling. One of the most beautiful endings to a movie. An ending so beautiful, it corrected the previous fucking movie for me. Like, where I was like, I was wrong. This is amazing.
I withdraw my previous commentary.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, Your Honor. My bad. Kids, did you have a good time? Of course you did, man, because we sat around, we talked about pop culture, we talked about Jeter's Jay and Silent Bob's Banana Hammock, available right now in the weed.
Talked about just fucking
of California, Arizona, Michigan, Massachusetts, and New York. Go get your banana hammock. Go swing in Jay and Silent Bob's Banana Hammock. We talked about,
man. You're talking too much. I'm trying to fucking get there, man.
That's right. That's right. You got the camera. You're going too all over the place. You gotta do direct eye contact. I read something where somebody watched a video where apparently in the newer model cars, like they chart your fucking face and where your eyes are, and like if you look down, they're like, look up please, so that they can.
Yeah, my car has self-drive. It's not a Tesla. It's a Ford Mustang.
Not a Tesla.
But it's got self-drive on it, and if I like look down at the radio or perhaps my phone while it's self-driving, it yells. It beeps and beeps and beeps, and it's like, look up, and as soon as I look up, it stops. So it can track my eyes if I'm looking at the road, or even if I'm down just below the horizon, it can tell.
I mean, who's watching the Watchmen? Like, if they got eyes on you in your car, like,
yeah, like they tell you, they're like,
how am I supposed to smoke weed and drive if they got cameras in cars?
I know OnStar will be like, listen, we are recording you the entire time.
We see you, Blazy boy. Put that out. Like, no way, man. One of the last freedoms I got left. They're gonna put eyes everywhere till fucking there ain't no freedom left, man.
Freedom ain't free. You got to pay for it.
Yeah, that's true. Or at least subscribe.
There's that. Everything is a subscription.
Look, let's not fucking end this on a down note. That's the rest of the internet's job.
Yes.
You want that kind of stuff, you go listen to the Bulwark podcasts and stuff. Midas Touch, that kind of thing. Well informed, but always bummer news. But here, Fat Man Beyond, the news is always good, unless we're talking about like the death of Jerry Conway and Ted Turner.
Right. But we'll also talk about masturbating for the entire length of a podcast.
That was some good talk right there. No. Somebody gets steal that idea. You know how like a lot of people are like, hey man, OnlyFans owes you money. I said, why? They're like, Zach and Miri. And I go, oh yeah, at the end. Next time I'm gonna be like they do. I'm gonna collect.
Your OnlyFans. Where my money?
Yes. If an idea of mine becomes something else that's not like the original thing I did, I want a taste.
I did my beat.
I'm an American, damn it. I want the most for doing the least.
Amens.
That's how I was raised. And they tell me I'm going to have that in the very near future, thanks to AI, Mark. AI is going to make my life easy. You can put my
totally will.
Oh my God, we're going to become like the dudes in the flying deck chairs, sipping cupcakes out of fucking straws and Wall-E and shit.
I mean, that's the dream that I've been dreaming for the last 20 years since Wall-E.
Dream we all dream of.
Mm.
Boy versus chair.
Versus girl.
Boy versus
Boy.
cupcake.
Yeah, boy versus gravity.
Kids, you have a good time? Well, fuck yeah, you did. Don't you forget. Tell people where you had that good ass time. Right here, Fat Man Beyond, man. Who hooked you up? Who's your pusher? Banff Man, JC, who we can't do the show without. I'll tell you right now, he can't do his show without you. So go over to
scumandvillainy.com, foundingfleet.com,
and put some loot in the man's pocket, not for like a tip, because he's building something. He's building paradise, kids. He's building Valhalla for all of us. Tell him what it's about.
It's not a jerk off tip. It's we are building everything that I wish we could do at Scum and Villainy Cantina. We are putting into Scum and Villainy Rendezvous. We're gonna be able to do.
Did you put up more new drawings or something? Is that what I saw on your socials recently?
No new drawings yet. I don't know.
I saw images where it's like, this is where it's going to be and shit. And I was like, oh, I didn't know everyone knew this part yet.
Oh, yeah. We're right underneath the movie theater in Burbank. We're going to be able to do lots of really cool special events with ScreenX and Deacon over there. We're going to be doing better, bigger Fat Man Beyonds. We've whispered about bringing spoilers back since we're underneath that movie theater. Free parking in Burbank. And tons of amazing free perks, and the perks escalate. So like, if you've already put some money in, tell your friends, because if you put $100 in and we get to 600, which is where we're at right now, you get a number of things. But if we get to 750 without you putting more money in, you get more stuff. So it behooves you to share it, convince your friends to join up, join the fleet. Meet new people like us. Remember how long before the internet, people like us had to whisper in back alleys like, hey, you like comics? And if you said it to the wrong person, you got beat up. Rendezvous is a spot where you go and you can shout it.
From the second floor.
From the second floor, yeah. 2 floors.
Remember when you have to like go to the men's room and like tap a dude's foot under the stall and be like, hey, do you like nerd shit too? Not that anymore.
On your way to Scum and Villainy Cantina, then in the future, or now, the real one that's in Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard and stuff. You're out here in California in the Southland area, kids, and you're like, I want some of that smoke. I want some of that Jay and Silent Bob's banana hammock. Well, guess what? We made it very easy for you. Go to jayandsilentbobdeliver.com right now while we're sitting here. Go ahead, look. It's a real thing.
Yeah, we'll just sit here and spank it for a while.
We got billboards all over the valley. Have you seen the billboards?
I have. Like, that's my friend.
You're like, my friend, he's a drug dealer. He was in the movies. Now he is in real life.
You got to see it if you want to be it.
Our partners at the weed shop, kids. Jay and Silent Bob deliver the future of weed brought right to your door. jayandsilentbobdeliver.com. Hell, I had a good time. If you had a good time, it's because of that guy. It's the story of Marc Bernardin, who was busy telling you what he watched. He's like Jason Mewes. He lives in front of a laptop. How do you fucking find that much time to watch all the new shit? You and him blow my mind. Like that dude consumes everything that's new while also rewatching like shit. Now he's doing a podcast about Murdoch mysteries, like that Canadian show that's been on for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
The most unlikely companion podcast in the history of podcasts is Jason going up to Toronto and talking about the Murdoch mysteries every week. It's
That's
charming.
beautiful.
He's got that. He's got his show 5 Things. He's diversifying and whatnot. I think I should get scared. I think he's building lifeboats to try to sail away from me. He's like, your ship is sinking, Smitty.
You'll know when he opens the OnlyFans that it's like, oh man, we're trying to just plan for tomorrow.
Here, Shannon and Elizabeth, I saw her at one of the shows recently. She told me she made $1 million in 3 days when she joined OnlyFans.
I mean,
I was like, let me tell you something. Does anybody want to see either of my titties? I will take either or both out, and I'll work them for you if you want to see that sort of thing. I'll go fucking dirty. No ring shots. Nobody needs to see my asshole. Not in the first month. We'll build to that.
You gotta unlock that shit.
Yeah. That takes just a couple tears and stuff.
Yeah.
But for like fucking male titty flopping and licking, oh, I'm your guy, man.
Ugh,
if I can make $1 million doing that, I'd be like Clerks. What was that? I'd be embarrassed of Clerks. And some people are like, you should be now. But I'd be like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I didn't know how to make money then. Now I know I could just fucking not work nearly as hard, suck my own fucking nipple and collect a cool mill.
You want to see my belly button, bitch? Sign up.
And I'm only working up to my fucking sphincter. Oh, it's gonna go for that money's gonna be brown.
Never too late.
True. And you got to dream.
You really do.
I won't talk about politics, but I will get to. If it was a choice between like we need you to do a political podcast, or I guess you could suck your own titty on OnlyFans. Like, I'm sorry, couldn't hear you because my fingers were clacking at the keys as I signed on to OnlyFans.
I was too busy shifting the ring light so you can get the perfect shot on my titties.
Big Chief Ward said Shannon made $1 million in a day. There you go. Corrected. I thought it was like 3 days, but she made $1 million. I know that much. I talked to her about it. I was like, hey man, congrats. And she goes, I mean, the money's nice, but she was like, this is also just to prove to people that like I'm still viable. Like, hire me. And I'm like, that's smart, man. Well done.
Yeah. And also $1 million.
Yeah. I mean, like I couldn't hear the other bullshit because I was like, I'm sorry, $1 million? Like, who cares if you're viable? Fuck all those people. You got $1 million, cool $1 million. I'm happy for her. She's a good kid. Good heart. Lives out in Africa, saves rhinos.
Jesus.
Like, no bullshit. Sounds like, you know, what, on Animal Crossing? No, motherfucker. Like, she's out there in the bush. Sometimes shit, fuck off. And then she comes over here stateside and does the fucking, you know, money raising thing where she's got to like go talk to animal lovers who are like, here's like thousands of dollars to save the rhinos and stuff. This is literally what she does, man. It's not like a side hustle. It's like her fucking life. Could you imagine spending that much time trying to save like an endangered species or anything?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a saver, I'm a spender. So like power to her.
I can't even save fucking cereal, man. If I open a box, I eat the whole thing in one sitting. Like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah. Can you save me a fucking Oreo? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's sleep
can't
done.
do it. Who do you think I am, Shannon Elizabeth? Oh, good Lord. Kids, good times to be had here at Fat
Favorite Rhino.
Beyond. Yeah. I called her. I said, those rhinos are rhinos. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, they're fucking Republicans in name only. She was like, oh, that's to get political.
Nothing.
I said, they're rhinos in name only. She's like, that doesn't Makes sense. I'm pretty sure that one's a fucking hippo.
That, sir, is a water buffalo.
Hippo, single deadliest mammal on the planet to man.
Yeah, checks out.
Yeah, they kill more human beings every year than any other mammal, any other mammal animal, any other. I guess not any other mammal, because man is a mammal, and let's be honest, humans kill way more fucking people than hippos. But hippos, when it comes to like hippos, number 2 is moose. Like if you run into moose during the rutting season, they'll fucking run you down and gore you and shit like that. And they're
what they don't tell you is that hippos are really sneaky. Like they're super quiet.
Yeah.
So just like
stomp.
Oh shit.
And they should, you know, you've watched those videos when they got them in the zoo and they're like, here, and they give him a fucking watermelon. He like chomps it. No pressure. I saw one video where there was like this hippo walking up to the bars at the zoo, and there's a mom and kid like standing there and shit, and it slowly did the turnaround. And then, you know, when hippos shit, they spin their tail and fly to shit everywhere. Fucking went flying. This hippo knew the fuck what he was doing. He was like, you're gonna stand right by the cage, do you? Sprayed him with fucking shit.
Perfect. Yeah, like I've seen the clips of the guys in the, you know, I guess on some river in Africa, and they're just on the boat, and then suddenly there's a fucking hippo that's closing on the boat, and you can hear the pilot being like, faster, 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 because those fuckers can swim at like 20 knots or whatever aquatic measurements of speed are. This is not fucking around.
I saw a video of a bear that went running up a mountain, and it wasn't like, oh, I'm climbing. It ran. It wasn't a sheer mountain, but fucking more mountain than I could have ever handled. And this motherfucker was running up it, doing at least 30 miles per hour. Just a reminder that like you got no escape from a bear, man.
Nope.
These fuckers are fast. Kids, tomorrow night, if you're in the Los Angeles area, why not come out and join me for my Netflix is a Joke show at 9:45 at the Hotel blah blah blah.
Hotel Cafe.
Is that what it is? The Hotel Cafe. There it is. On the main stage, man. 9:45. Rather late for this town on a, well, I guess it is a Friday night.
Not that late.
No. A very intimate room, kids. I think it seats like 100. And I think I've only sold 3 tickets. No, I think I've sold pretty close to sold, but I think there's some tickets left. Come join me. Let's hang out. Show Netflix what a bigwig I am.
Go see your boy.
Yeah, come on. I'm gonna help out. It's LA. What else? And then Indianapolis after that, and New Jersey after that for Grogu with Dave Klein. Come on, man. Come see. Watch with Kev, the Mandalorian, and Grogu, and special guest cinematographer Dave Klein, little baby Dave, who shot Clerks and Clerks 2 and Chasing Amy and Mallrats. Grew up to be Lucasfilm's dude. So he'll tell us all about shooting Baby Yoda, shooting the Mandalorian, working with Jon Favreau, Favs, as they call him in the business. It'll be a good ass time. May 23rd, kids. 6 o'clock. Tickets are cheap. $20. What are you, nuts?
Get in there.
$20. You can see a movie and learn from a motherfucker who made the movie, literally made the movie, and watch a guy who just watched the movie with you as well. Spot Castle Cinemas, kids, where the movies come to play. Hey, what a good time we had. Let's do this again sometime, shall we? Let's give good thanks to our friends at Ridge, who sponsored this here episode. They got the key ring. Look at that fancy key ring. They got the wallet. Look at that fancy wallet. Ridge. They're rigid.
Ridge.com.
Ridge.com. Kids, there it is. There's your Fat Man Beyond for this week, man. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hill and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Fat Man Beyond is done. Done. I'm repurposing old church hymnals.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to pay nobody for those rights. Public domain.
Who's going to come after me? Martin Luther? I'm not talking about Martin Luther King. I'm talking about OG Martin Luther, the German who fucking nailed his shit to the church door and shit. That guy.
You know who's coming for you? Fucking Pope Leo, the Chicago Pope.
That's right. I don't fuck with the Chicago Pope, man. I show respect right away.
He brings a knife, you bring a gun. You send one here to the hospital, you send one here to the morgue. That's the Chicago way. That's how you get Pope Leo.
I wish I met you 10 years and 20 pounds ago.
George Stone, Giuseppe Petri.
I said you're a no good member of a lion race. Oh, I like him. Now we're just hitting the Untouchables, kids.
Let's do the line. Let's run lines of the Untouchables.
You carry a badge? Good. Carry a gun.
There you go.
Good night, kids. Thanks for hanging out. For Fat Man Beyond, I'm Kevin Smith.
And I'm Marc Bernardin.
Tune in next time. Same fat time. Same fat channels. Modcast.com or
youtube.com/Kevin Smith.
Jeff's kiss all. Mwah. This is the cat. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the AKA Ask Kev Anything. Every saga has a 10-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what happens when Jay and Silent Bob get old. I'm Kevin Smith. Kissing you!